Actions and Stuff version 1.2 is out. It adds tons of new features, 3D items, new sounds, animations, and more. Let's check out all of the new features included with this 1.2 update for the best Minecraft animation pack. Without further ado, let's hop into it. Hello everyone, we're in the world and we're gonna check these out. So for the highlights, we've got 3D model items, first person hands, finally, new throwable animations, enchantment effects, many new sound effects, crouch spamming is back, and new idle animations and Easter eggs. So first off, as you see behind me, these are all of the items that are now 3D, as well as everything else that has been made 3D. Now, some of them, as it says, have different effects and react a little differently as you hold them. So we're going to take a look at all of those. So first off is the flint and steel. We did see that in the teaser trailer, and if you light it, you'll see a little bit of flint sparks coming off. Same if you light something like that. Now, we also have the shears, and these are pretty similar as well. If we use them, we'll get a new effect as well. And the lightning rod has a cool animation. As you scroll over it, it'll light up, get some lightning. That's pretty cool. Now, we also have the end crystal, and this will just spin around in your hand. Pretty simple, nothing too crazy with that. We've got 3D boats, which is really cool. As you place them down, you'll be able to kind of see them in your hand a little better, and that applies to chest boats as well. And the cool thing is when you jump with this, it does have physics. So if you go up really high and fall, you'll see the chest opens and closes right as you land. And we also have the minecart here. It's a 3D texture, along with all of the other minecarts as well. Now, the slime is pretty cool. As you put it in someone's hand, it does a little bit of a bouncing animation, and the same goes with the honey. As you grab it, it'll bounce around just a little bit. We also have signs, which are 3D as well. We've got armor stands, which look like this, and they have a little bit of a physics animation as well as you jump around and move with them. Now, the string has a new texture and a little animation as well. We've got the wind charges. As you pick them up, you'll see you pick them up and you throw them. At least in the first person, it'll look like this. Now, the redstone repeaters, as you pick them up, it'll switch ticks just like that. Pretty cool. The blaze powder has got a little bit of a fire animation to it. And the lever will flip just like that. Now, the music disc has to be one of my favorite ones. As we come up here and pick it up, we get to see it spin around. Oh, that is so cool. I love that. I love that. And the nether star, you can see right here, has a cool animation as we put it in. We've got the beds as well. That look pretty cool. And the brewing stand, we get a spin animation with that. Now for the detector rail, as you pick it up, it'll press down just like a button. Now, the chest and ender chest are both really cool. As you jump, as you see, they will also have that animation of opening and closing, and they are 3D as well. And we also have the enchanting table, which is now 3D. Next up we have is the piston with a cool animation as well. They'll pop up just like that. Now, as we hop back, we have the shulker box, which has a little animation. It's also 3D. Same with the lantern. It's a little bit different, and you can see it giving off a little bit of a light as well, which is a cool effect. And same goes for the soul lantern as well. Now, these ones you may be a little confused at, and these are all of the seeds. So this one is the wheat seed, this one is the pumpkin seed, we've got these as the melon seeds, the beetroot seeds, and finally the torch flower seeds. So that is also pretty cool. Now, in the changelog, it does say saddles are 3D, but as we look at it, it's still 2D. I don't know if this was just an oversight or they'll get to it very soon, but they'll probably get to it in the next patch or something like that. Also have the totem of undying. Oh, it disappears a little bit. You can see it in your hand. It also has a new sound. And we have the stews and soups. As you can see, they're a little bit of a bowl, and that's pretty cool. They're also 3D in your hand as well. So this one is the beetroot soup. This one is the mushroom stew. And this one is the rabbit stew. Now, as we hop onto the next one, these are potions. And these have got a 3D texture as well. You've got a new animation for the throwable splash potions, just like that. And same thing with the lingering potions. And as we move on, we have the emerald, which will sparkle in your hand a little bit. We've got the diamond, which will do the same thing. And last but not least, the amethyst shard. So these will all glow a little bit, have a little bit of sparkles, make them nice and interesting. And here we have is the book and quill. You can see it kind of pop up and write a little bit as you open that. And finally, for the 3D items is the compass right here. You'll see it spin around. It's a 3D item. And you'll see the clock as well. We did see this in the trailer, which is pretty awesome. Wait, hold on. Does the armor stand, like, choose which direction? No way! The armor stand also has the direction of the compass on it. That's That's actually really cool. If you thought this was a lot of items, yes, it was. But we have even more things to take a look at, which are also just as amazing. So first up is a new set of throwable items. So we'll grab a little bit of all of these, and we can check them all out. The snowball, as you can tell, you're holding it like this, and as you throw it, there will be new particles behind the snowballs. Now, the ender pearls, we'll see that is also a 3D item. We'll throw it, it'll teleport us just like that. Let's see if we can get a good one, see what it looks like. You can see it's kind of like a 3D item, and it's blinking. It'll pull us all the way down to the ground, like that. Now, we have the Eye of Ender. We get that throwing animation again, and as we throw it, whoop, 3D, and it'll look at us while we look at it. That's pretty cool. And we have, obviously, the Splash Potion and the Lingering Potion as we throw them. You get a 3D texture and item that'll work just like that. Same thing with eggs. As you throw them, you'll just, there'll be 3D items. We can throw one of those up. You'll see it spin, and bloop, there we go. Splashed in the water. And we also have the same thing with the wind charges. You can send them flying. They'll have those 3D animations. And as you pop up, it's kind of similar. But as we pull up to this next chest, this is all about food. So foods are looking a lot tastier. They'll have a 3D animation. And as you eat them, they'll slowly go down, as you can kind of see from here. And it also works in the first person. You'll slowly see the apple get eaten. Same with all of the berries and things like that. This is really cool. Honestly, just having these 3D items is kind of the best. Same thing with the pufferfish. This guy's not going to be very happy with me. Yeah, he was not very happy with me. So there is a ton of new eating animations, and you can go and find them all for yourself. But these are just pretty awesome. And it's amazing to see this small of details get put in there. Now, next up we have is the drinkable items. So if we grab all of these, we'll be able to see that they all have their own drinking animation. Whoop! Put that right in. With the milk bucket, we use our 2 hands and put it in. Pop that in with the potion as well. Same with all the stews. Honestly, I think this is so cool. You slurp it on down, and that's how it goes. And if we see this in the third person, we'll see us put the milk bucket just like that. Nothing too much changes in the third person. Now, this next one has a ton of items. This might take a little bit to go through all of them, but you know what? I want to make sure you know what all of them are. So these are all the items with item physics. We got the bell, we have the chain right here, we've got all of the different flowers. This one's a little easier to see in the first person. You can kind of see them moving just a little bit like that. This also works for the tall 2 flowers. We've got the vines, which kind of hang down like that. It's a little easier to see in the third person. They kind of hang around. They have a little bit of physics as well. We've got item frames that work the same way, as well as these other vines. But we also have the glow item frame, the painting, just like that. We've got hanging signs. We've got the crimson roots and the hanging roots as well. You can kind of see that move back and forth. We've got the pink petals, which are in a basket. You can swing them back and forth and all around. We have the banner patterns. You kind of see them like that. They'll wave in the wind. And the last few are the feather. You can kind of see that a little better in the first person. You've got the kelp. You've got the name tags, which will be hanging just like that. It's better in the third person. And the seagrass, which is better to see in the first person. So there is a ton of items with cool physics. And just to let you know, they do have a little bit of a note on some items that can't be 3D. Just due to the way Minecraft works. So that includes all of the different armors, the fishing rod, the turtle helmet, the elytra, the wolf armor, all of the different potions. They'll only display the one color. Same with the beds and decorated pots. There's not a whole lot they can do to fix that. Same with banners and firework charges. But they said if it ever changes, they'll be sure to update these. And if some of you may have noticed, we have had some new sounds while we're switching items. As we switch over, we get a slight little whoosh sound. And speaking of sounds, we have a lot to cover. These are all the items that have new sounds. We got the mace. We got switching to the trident. We got all of the different leaves and things like that. We've got redstone stuff. We got torches and campfires. We've got all the different dusts. We've got the lightning rod. We've got the rails, the bundles, and we have all the different armor pieces. As we put them on, you'll hear a little bit of a different sound. We got eggs. We got the bow, crossbow, brewing stand, wind charges, the bell, the dragon egg, totem of undying, all the buttons, the shield, the pressure plates, and the Electra. That was a lot of sounds, but I think it'll make the game a lot more immersive. Now, I'm not gonna lie, this next one is gonna be really cool. It's gotta be one of my favorites as well. There's honestly just so much. There's so much that is so cool. But this is enchanted... But these are enchanted item glints. As we pop these out, you can see that all these tools now have an enchantment glint compared to the regular ones. As you can see, the regular stone sword doesn't have anything, but as we switch over to the enchanted one, it's got a cool looking outline. Now, this is a small thing, but the menu panorama has also been changed. And if you want to see the menu panorama, you just have to either load it up like this, or put it as a global resource. Now we get into some mob updates. We're going to take a look at all these things right here, but we'll have to leave this guy for a special occasion, right after we finish all the rest of these. So, the witches now have a 10% chance to be green. Yeah, you can find green witches now, just like you find in the Wizard of Oz. But we also have the snow golem. It has been updated with some new textures. We can kind of see them fight. See that? Oh no, he didn't make it. Anyway, if we come over here where he's out of range of everybody, we'll see that he's got some new animations. He's got a couple new idle animations, having some fun right there. And it's pretty great to see them like this. Oh, he's wandering away. We'll see a few more of these as they kind of wander around and do their own thing. Now we also have the Warden, which has been tweaked just a little bit. He should start running towards us, and we see he's on all fours, and his attack animation is a little different as well. Pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. Overall, this guy has been modified to be a little more scary, and I would have to agree with that. Now, the next thing we have to do is go into survival, and it has to deal with the Enderman. As we look at him, he'll now have the scary face as he runs toward us. It's a little different and a lot more spooky, in my opinion. So, you better watch out for this guy. He'll definitely get you. Now, as I mentioned earlier, we do still have the husk, but I don't know if this is a bug or something, but he's not working right now. But if we hop into the full times 16 resolution, so as we set it to midnight, if this guy would love to turn around, we can see he's got some cool glowing eyes. Honestly, that is so amazing. So if we spawn a couple more of these guys in, the eyes will have to light up a little bit, and we get some cool emissive eye textures with these guys as well. But there is one more thing we need to check out in this resolution, and that is new flowers for the cactus. So these flowers will only come in the times 16 resolution, or I just couldn't find any. The changelog also says that pigs have floppier ears. He's such a silly Billy. Oh, he's such a silly Billy. So with that, we're gonna hop back into the times 2 regular resolution. So the flowers, obviously we don't see them here, and the pigs don't really have the floppier ears in vanilla textures. Have you ever wanted to put items in your offhand? Well, now you can. All you have to do to put any item in your offhand, all you have to do is type this in, and hit go. You'll have a torch pop up in your offhand. And now normally you're not able to do this. If I pop this out and try to put these in, nothing happens, it won't work. But with this command, you can place things like a torch in your offhand. But this also works for other items such as diamonds, and this even works for weapons as well. Now, obviously, you can't really use them. They're not, like, super effective, but, I mean, you can hold one, and it's pretty cool. This next one is, like, super random, but there's new sitting animations for cows, mushrooms, sheep, piglins, and piglin brutes in boats. So, I guess if you wanted to know how to put a piglin in a boat and kind of see what it looks like, hey, bro, get back here. Bro, get back here! But you can see them pop in and sit down like a regular person and do what they're supposed to do. That's also a fun little feature. Now, this next one is also pretty cool. They have improved the brush animations while you're brushing sand and things like that. Now, the sword animations have also been updated just a little bit. Previously, the third hit on the sword would not be in the middle, but now it has been updated for the last swing to hit the middle of the screen. So the end crystal has been updated with a little bit of a different texture, and with a few more particles and things like that. Also, crouch spamming is back! Yay! Another random little feature is that the generic use item animation when you use items from other add-ons has also been changed, so you can use it with third-party add-ons as well. Now, next up is the chicken, and you might be like, what the heck? But if we smack a chicken, they will drop a few feathers as they run away, just like that. But there are a few other changes included with this. Adult skeleton horses no longer display saddle. Reverted brown mushroom biome back to green for better vanilla parity, and to avoid breaking pre-existing builds in the mushroom biome. Improved the cape position when riding. Slightly improved the phantom flight animation. Added green tinted water to the mangrove swamp. Those were a couple of small little things that are very specific and a little niche. Now, this next one is a really cool feature, and that has to do with the piglin. His eyes will glow slightly red as he's a little mean. Oh, goodness gracious. So, it's a little hard to see. Oh, wait, I should turn it nighttime. Oh, my goodness. Brother, I just fixed this. So, it is a little bit difficult to see, but we can see that this guy will have a little bit of an eye red glow. Bro, you gotta calm down, buddy. This guy's eyes will glow a little bit red as he tries to attack us. It's a lot easier to see during the nighttime as well. Holy cow, why do they have to be so difficult? But next up is an interesting change. Now, the creeper's texture has been reverted to what it was in the original beta pack. And low-key, I kind of like this texture a little more. I don't know if it's just me, but I think it definitely blends in and is going to be a lot more mysterious with that texture. Now, this next one is very simple, but it has to do with crawling. The crawling animation has been tweaked just a little bit to make it look a little better, and I think it looks good. The next one has to do with the Ender Dragon. Let's pop right in. One of the things that has been changed with the Ender Dragon is the sounds have been modified to fit him a little better. And it also said that the Ender Dragon's eyes are a little bit more emissive. It's a little hard to see, but you can check that out as well. And Enderman, send me back to the overworld, please. Thank you. Thank you, buddy. Thank you for breaking my game. I can't do anything. I can't do anything. I'm frozen. What the John is going on? The whole world is in an earthquake, and I don't know what to do. The Ender Dragon's in the overworld. Hold up. That ain't right. Oh, wow. That was crazy. And next up we have is the shield. If we pop the shield into our left hand, as you can see, we actually have a hand in the bottom left. Now, these next couple features, I do have to hop between the different versions so you can kind of see what they are. But the first one is, what is this guy doing? He's not looking quite right. As you can see, villagers look like this, but this guy looks like this. So, as we see over here, this guy is named Villager number 32. So, if you name him with a capital Villager 32 or a lowercase Villager 32, pop it on, and he kind of breaks a little bit, not gonna lie. So he's definitely bugged a little bit. I don't know what this guy doing. This is not right. They're supposed to look more like this. What happened? Yep, that's what they look like. They bug out and they look good. I don't know how. Well, I'm gonna be low-key honest. I don't know how this guy happened, but he's cool, I guess. So as we got this warden in, he also has a secret name tag. If you name him William, nothing happens, and you may be like, hold up. That's not supposed to happen. And to that I say, switch to the times 16 resolution. But as you see, we are popping into this version. This guy has got a bow tie and a cane, looking pretty awesome. This actually comes from the Secrets of Minecraft, how we're making the warden. But next up, we have the allow and deny blocks. They have been given a new texture. And lastly, the sheep's face has been slightly retextured as well. Holy cow, that was a ton of different things. But those are all of the major changes that you can kind of see in the game. Now, there are absolutely a ton of bug fixes. I'm not going to go through all of them because most of them are very subtle and tiny, and you probably wouldn't notice them. So if you want to know what they are, just scroll through or pause the video to see them all right there. So this has been all of Actions and Stuff 1.2. All of the amazing little updates that we've seen. So hopefully you enjoyed going over all of these different things, and you'll be able to play with these in your own Actions and Stuff world. You'll be able to see all of these new textures, animations, and everything else. It is absolutely incredible. And feel free to check out some other Actions and Stuff videos here. Thanks for watching. Bye.